Just as a question, by a raise of hands, how many people here have been bullied? And be honest.
Bullied.
Yeah, bullied, not bullied someone. This is my story about when I was bullied within Pathfinders. When I was really young, I didn't have the best home situation. My mom and dad weren't the best pair. And when my dad was at work, my mom would abuse me. And at the age of 2, she locked me and my little sister in a room and left, with no one home. Ever since then, I kind of knew I was different. I was not the same as everyone else. And when I got into the 8th grade, I became depressed, very, very badly. To the point where I was trying to give hints to everyone, hey, I was depressed, I need help, but no one was listening, and I was starting to give up hope. At the time, all I really had was Pathfinders to get me through everything. When I got into 9th grade, first year of high school, I was very scared that things were going to get worse, and they did. I had been in a small relationship that was very abusive, and I didn't stop it. And in October of last year, 2018 or 2019, I had finally said something to my grandma, and we went to the doctor, and I got diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and PTSD. So ever since then, I've been on medication. In our Pathfinder group at the time, there were these 2 girls that didn't really have friends. And so I took it upon myself to become friends with these 2 girls. And we would do a lot of stuff together within Pathfinders and sometimes with outside of Pathfinders. And one day, just one of them just kind of started spreading rumors about me. And it had got to the point where I was kind of really mad about it, but didn't want to confront people. I'm very bad at confronting people. And me and the other girl, we were so as close as could be. I was going to her birthday parties, we were going to movies, she was staying over at my house all the time. And it got to the point where she even became really, really good friends with my best friend, Will, who is in Pennsylvania. A few weeks later, I ended up getting a text from my friend Will saying, hey, what's going on? What's up? I was like, I was confused. I didn't know what to say. And he said that the other girl who had still been my friend was messaging him stuff and saying, you and Cindy should date and all this stuff. And she'd be better with you than her boyfriend of almost a year in Germany. And all this kind of stuff. She was talking about me and my boyfriend at the time. And I was really mad, and it got me even more depressed than I already was, because I had already lost one of my friends, and now the other one went. So I texted her that day after he had texted me, and he called me about what was happening. And I was like, what's going on? Why are you saying this stuff? And she said that the other girl was right about me. And the other girl apparently had been saying all these rumors to her too, and had been like just saying that I'd be your friend one minute, the next minute I'd be this evil person who would turn on you and stab you in the back. We got into a huge fight, and she threatened to kill me, my family, and my boyfriend and friends. I brought it up to our Pathfinder director multiple times, and every single time he just turned me away. Didn't do anything about it. And I was to the point where I was getting so depressed, I got suicidal. And I got so suicidal that I tried to kill myself a total of 5 times within a month. The first time being on December 22nd of 2018. I was sitting in my bathroom with 3 bottles of pills, waiting to open them up and take every single one of them. And I was just thinking, my life sucks. I'm stupid, I'm ugly. Everything that has been said about me, I was thinking it was true. And it really got to me. And so I was about to start taking them, and I got a text from my dad. His birthday is January 3rd. So this was 3 days before Christmas and a little bit before his birthday. He was texting me how he was so excited to hang out with me for his birthday, because sometimes we don't get to because he works. So he was so excited, and he couldn't wait to hang out with me. And so I stopped. Right there, I just stopped. I didn't want to do it anymore. I texted my dad back and I was like, yeah, I'm so excited too. I can't wait. Well, I was in the bathroom crying and throwing up. At that point, I had not really had any friends within school or outside. And I was to the point where I had to talk to someone. And so I started talking to my counselor at school. She didn't do anything either. So I ended up going to the pastor of the church with my Pathfinder group, and he did nothing. And with pastors, they're supposed to help. They're supposed to be there. But he did nothing. He did nothing to stop it. So my grandma thought enough was enough, because it was to the point where I was trying to kill myself. And so we went up and talked to one of them, or their parent, and his parent ended up saying, oh yeah, it's fine, like, kind of like a kids will be kids thing. But kids just don't tell someone to go kill themselves. Don't tell people that, hey, I'll kill your family. That just doesn't happen. So she was like, yeah, I'm sorry for all the trouble and everything. It got to the point where she blocked my grandma on Facebook, and we found out that she had been saying that she was going to call CPS on us and try to get me taken away from my grandma. And because of my mom abandoning me when I was really little, I've had abandonment issues too. And that scared me so bad. So the rumors, they were still going around. They even somehow ended up getting to my school. And I remember the last time I tried to commit suicide, I don't remember what day it was. I remember every second of it. Time moved so slow that 2 minutes felt like 4 hours. And my plan was, I was going to take some blood pressure pills, and then I was going to just try and do anything and everything I can. At this point, I had also started cutting, and all my friends were so worried about me, and I was always being reported at school for trying to kill myself, for cutting, all this kind of stuff. I never did it at school, only at home, when my grandparents were gone, because I did not want them finding out. And so this time, I already took a few pills, and I was washing it down with, I think it was like bleach and alcohol mix. And I was trying to keep like every other thing. The next thing I know, I'm getting a call from my boyfriend. I stop what I'm doing and answer it and pretend like everything's fine. And he was like, oh my gosh, so many days until Oshkosh and I get to see you again. I started crying, and he was worried. It got to the point where I started crying so bad that I started throwing up on the phone with him. And he got really worried, and he was like, is everything okay? And I finally told him what was going on. And he was like, well, you've been stopped every single time you tried to kill yourself. And that must mean something. And I realized that, yeah, I was. God had more plans for me than just to end my life at 14. And he knew that he couldn't just let me go when he has such big plans for me in the future. And I knew to get myself better, I had to leave the club that I was currently in because it was just causing so much pain to me. At that point, I only had a friend or two in that club left. And so I just decided to leave. Because it was the point where my director said I couldn't go on campouts. And so I couldn't do anything with my club. What's the point of being in the club? So I just left. And I ended up joining Centralia, where they're so nice and amazing, and they've always helped me through whatever. And they really accepted me for me. They listened to my story, and they were so nice about it. They're like, we're here for you. Ever since that first day that I went to Centralia, I made a pact with myself that I'd get clean. I wouldn't cut anymore. I wouldn't try and kill myself anymore. It has now officially been over a year since I last tried to kill myself with a cut. And honestly, I came here to talk to you because there is a bullying situation within Pathfinders and it needs to be stopped. I really feel like teens are more able to listen to other teens than adults because sometimes we'll think, oh hey, they don't know what we're feeling. They're older than us, they're a different generation. And to some extent that is true. But I just want you guys to know that people do love you, people do care for you and are there for you all the time. If you don't have anyone here today, come to me. I will gladly take you in and be your friend and help you through stuff. Because I know what it's like not to have anyone. So just know that there's always someone there for you.